Good morning, students. Welcome to the class. Now, you first tell me, do you celebrate your birthday? Yes, we all love to celebrate our birthdays with our family members, with our friends, with our relatives. Okay, similarly, there is a function in the family, there is a wedding in the family. So, all the relatives, friends, we all gather together, we enjoy the ceremonies, we celebrate all the ceremonies. So we love to celebrate some special days, okay, like birthday, wedding anniversary of someone in the family, weddings in the family, or any other religious functions. We all love to celebrate these functions with our family members, with our friends, with our neighbors. So today I'll be starting lesson number 9, Days to Celebrate. And the learning objectives of this lesson are national festivals and religious festivals. Learning objectives means in this lesson we will be learning about national festivals and religious festivals. Now we all know India is also known as a land of many festivals. All of us love to celebrate festivals and functions. We celebrate functions like birthdays, wedding and anniversaries with our friends and relatives. As I told you, like we all love to celebrate some special days. Like there are certain special days like birthday. It comes just once in a year. Any function in the family, any religious ceremony in the family, it does not take place every day. Okay, wedding takes place only once in a lifetime. So we love to celebrate, and we do celebrate these festivities with our friends and relatives. We love to celebrate. We wear good clothes, we eat good food. Okay, so all of us love to celebrate festivals and functions. Suppose there's a function in the school, annual function is there, sports day is there, so we celebrate it with so much of enthusiasm. We practice for it for so many days, and then on the final days parents come and we celebrate all the functions in the school because they do not take place every day. Even a function in the school takes place once a year. So we love to celebrate these festivals, functions, religious ceremonies with our friends and relatives. And as we all know, uh, there are so many people of so many religion live in India. It is a land of multi-ethnicity where people of different languages and culture live together with peace and harmony. So many people of different religions from different states speaking different languages, eating variety of food, wearing different kind of dresses, they live together. So, and all the religions have so many festivals. So that is why India is also known as land of many festivals. In worldwide, India is worldwide known for its cultural diversity and colorful festivals. Cultural diversity means since there are so many festivals and all the festivals are celebrated in different ways. All the festivals are celebrated by different religions, people of different community, and they are celebrated in different ways. That is why India is known for its cultural diversity. Okay. Now, what is a festival? A festival is an event which is usually celebrated by a community as a local or national event. It is a day or time when people celebrate something with whole community. It is a gathering of people to celebrate something. Like when a festival is there, we celebrate it with our neighbors, our friends. It is celebrated by the whole community. Whole community means people living nearby. It is celebrated by everyone. So festivals are celebrated by people of different communities in different ways. Okay, so In this lesson, we will learn about festivals of India. Now, there are two types of festivals in India: national festivals and religious festivals. Okay, so first I will take up national festivals. We will start with national festivals. National festivals are the festivals which are celebrated by the entire nation as a whole, irrespective of caste and religion. The government does not merely declare holidays on these festivals but becomes one of the participants. That means national festivals are celebrated even by the government. How? We will discuss. Okay, so national festivals are the festivals which are celebrated by the entire nation. Everybody celebrates it. Now, there are no different ways of celebrating it. All over the country, these national festivals are celebrated in the same manner. Now, there are three national festivals in India. These are Independence Day, Republic Day, and Gandhi Jayanti. Okay, so these are the three national festivals in India, and all these festivals are celebrated by the whole nation. Now, let us take these festivals one by one. First, Independence Day. Okay, on 15th August 1947, our country got independence. India became a free country. We celebrate it as our Independence Day. On this day, every year, the Honorable Prime Minister of our country hoists the national flag at the Red Fort in New Delhi. He addresses the nation and gives a message to the people to motivate and encourage them to be proud of their country. As we all know, every year August 15 is celebrated as Independence Day, and it is celebrated to commemorate India's freedom from British rule. India was ruled by Britishers for almost 200 years. Okay, before that Mughals and other kingdoms were there, and by Britishers India was ruled for almost 200 years. Then, well, when the people were fed up by the atrocities caused by the Britishers, these freedom movements started. There were various movements, and ultimately India became independent on August 15, 1947, after the Britishers were forced to leave the country. And since then, August 15 is celebrated as Independence Day. This day is also marked as the birth of the world's biggest democracy, that is India. Okay, so Britishers ruled for a very long time, and lot of people lost their lives in these freedom movements. We are aware of some of the names, some of the freedom fighters, but apart from these freedom fighters, there were many. There were thousands and thousands of unknown people who laid down their lives, who sacrificed their lives for the freedom of India. They were involved in freedom struggle, and lot of freedom struggle took place in between, and ultimately India, on the midnight of 14th August 1947, that is at 12 o'clock, the first Jawaharlal Nehru, he was the first Prime Minister of India, he took down the British flag and he hoisted the national flag of India for the first time. Okay, for the first time he hoisted the national flag of India, and he gave a speech from there. So that is why every year on 15th August, the Honorable Prime Minister of India hoists the national flag from the ramparts of Red Fort in Delhi and addresses the nation. This day binds the people of different cultures and religions into a bond of unity and brotherhood. People of all the religion, of all the caste, celebrate this festival, this Independence Day, with great enthusiasm. There is no difference among anyone that I belong to this religion or I belong to this religion. Everybody celebrates freedom of India with great enthusiasm. Okay, the Prime Minister of India hoists the tricolor or national flag, the tricolor जिसको हिंदी में हम तिरंगा कहते हैं, national flag from the ramparts of the Red Fort and addresses the nation. All the offices also hoist national flag. This festival, since I told you, government is also a participant in national festivals, because these are celebrated by government organizations also. Various formal events including flag hoisting and march past takes place in all states, districts, village level, schools, college, everywhere. All these places celebrate this festival by hoisting the national flag. March past takes place. Then various cultural events are also organized. Like in our school also, you must have seen flag hoisting takes place. Then national anthem is sung, and then a small cultural program is there. Okay, so National Independence Day is celebrated to commemorate India's freedom from British rule. Okay, since India got freedom from on the midnight of 14th August, so 15th at 12 o'clock, so 15th August is celebrated as India's Independence Day. Okay, and after this freedom movement, Pakistan and India got separated. Now next is Republic Day. Republic Day is celebrated every year on 26 January. On this day, in the year 1950, India got a constitution, which is a set of our rules for the smooth and lawful functioning of the country. Republic Day is regarded as the most important day in the Indian history, as it was on this day in 1950 when the Constitution of India came into force and India became a truly sovereign state. Okay, Constitution means a constitution is a set of rules for the smooth and lawful functioning of the country. Like when you come to school, you have a timetable. Okay, there is a set of rules which you have to follow. Timetable is there so that everybody knows when to take which class, when to teach which subject. For the smooth functioning of the school, there has to be a timetable. If the timetable is not there, in the absence of timetable, what will happen? Nobody will know when to go to which class, what to teach, where to go, and there will be total chaos. So Constitution is a set of rules for smooth and lawful functioning of the country. India is such a huge country, so without certain rules and regulation, it will become very, very difficult to run the country. So this Constitution Committee was formed. India got independence in 1947, and then committee was formed in 1948 to frame the rules. Okay, a committee was formed under the chairmanship of Dr. Baba Saheb Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. He is known as the father of the Constitution because he was the main person who drafted all the rules and regulations. And when this Constitution was ready, it was adopted on 26 January 1950. It came into force, and therefore 26 January 1950 is celebrated as Republic Day, when India became a republic. Okay, so this day is celebrated with lot of enthusiasm throughout the country, and as you all know, on this day all public places, offices and schools hoist the national flag. At Rajpath in New Delhi, a parade is held in which the president of our country takes the salute. Some of you, those who do not come to school on Republic Day, must have seen the parade on TV, and it is such a grand and magnificent event. A parade is taken out where tableau of different states are there, different government departments are there, then Army, Navy and Air Force personnel are there doing march past, NCC cadets are there, school children are also there They come dancing on the Rajpath, and also many weapons of Indian Army, Navy and Air Force are there. So it is a grand parade, and some head of the state from some other country is the chief guest, and all the dignitaries are there, and president of the country. When these contingents that when all the marching contingents, Army, Navy, Air Force, NCT cadets, police, bands are there, so when they cross the president, they salute. And President of India, since President of India is the supreme commander of defense forces, Indian defense force, so President of India takes the salute. This parade is truly a magnificent and a grand parade. Again, it's absolutely mesmerizing. So this day is celebrated with lot of enthusiasm throughout the country. In our school also, we celebrate 26 January with so much of enthusiasm. Flag hoisting, flag unfurling of flag is there. Then small cultural program is also there. So 26 January is celebrated. Republic Day is celebrated every year on 26 January. Then third national festival is Gandhi Jayanti. We celebrate 2nd October as Gandhi Jayanti. On this day, Mahatma Gandhi was born. He is known to us as Gandhi Ji or Bapu Ji. He is also known as the father of the nation. On this day, special prayers and meetings are held, especially at his Samadhi at Rajghat in New Delhi. Every year, October 2nd is celebrated as Gandhi Jayanti to commemorate the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. He is also known as the father of the nation. He was born on October 2, 1869 into a Hindu family in Porbandar city of Gujarat. His father's name was Karamchand Gandhi and Gandhiji's full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Mahatma title was given to him by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. He gave him this title Mahatma. Now, Gandhiji was the main force behind India's struggle for freedom. When he was practicing, he went to South Africa to study law and he was practicing there. But he found that the Britishers, they behaved with Indians in a very, with people with dark skin in a very rude manner. So when he did not like it, he came back to India and then he started freedom struggle. And he started, and later so many people, so many leaders, they joined him, and this movement took a huge shape. And by giving lives of so many people and with so many struggles in between, India finally attained freedom on August 15, 1947. So on this day, various cultural programs showcasing Gandhiji's life and struggle for independence are organized at schools, colleges, government and other organizations. Various competitions are also organized, such as essay writing, painting, slogan writing, poster making, etc., to remember the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. And his Samadhi, which is known as Rajghat, which is in New Delhi, function takes place. His favorite bhajans are sung there and people offer prayer. Okay, so these are the three national festivals of India: Independence Day, Republic Day and Gandhi Jayanti. National festivals are called national festivals because they are celebrated by the entire nation as a whole, irrespective of religion or caste. People of all religion, all caste celebrate these national festivals. So today I will stop here. Tomorrow we will be doing about religious festival. I'll tell you about religious festivals which are celebrated by different religions or different states in the country. Thank you, children. Okay, children. I explained 3 national festivals. We have discussed about 3 national festivals. They are Independence Day, Republic Day and Gandhi Jayanti. As I told you, Independence Day is celebrated on 15th August every year, as on this day in 1947 our country got independent from British rule. Okay, so every year we celebrate 15th August as our Independence Day. On this day every year the Honorable Prime Minister of India hoists the national flag at the Red Fort in New Delhi. Then he addresses the nation from there and urge the people to follow the footsteps of our freedom fighters. Okay, and gives a message to the people to motivate and encourage them to be proud of their country. They should take pride of being an Indian. Now I will show you some images of Independence Day celebration at Red Fort. See, it's a small image. The Prime Minister hoists the national flag at Red Fort and from there he addresses the nation. Okay, you can see our present Prime Minister, Honorable Shri Narendra Modi, addressing the nation from the ramparts of Red Fort. Then I explained about Republic Day. Republic Day is celebrated every year on 26 January. On 26 January 1950, India adopted a constitution. A constitution is a book which is a set of our rules for the smooth and lawful functioning of the country. Without proper laid down rules and regulations, any country cannot function properly. And with such a huge population, it is very important. So this committee was formed in 1948 after freedom, and then on 26 January 1950, this constitution was adopted. So every year we celebrate Republic Day on 26 January as India became a republic on this day. Okay? Now I will show you some images related to Republic Day. As I told you, a magnificent parade takes place in New Delhi. Okay? Where so many marching contingents are there. Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, all their fighter planes, tanks, missiles, guns and other arms are there. Then marching contingents are there, defense bands are there, tableau of different states are there, beautiful tableau. Then school children come dancing on the Rajpath. The road on which this parade takes place is known as Rajpath. So you can see in the image, this is the marching contingent of President's bodyguard. Okay, the contingent which the unit which takes care of President of India's security. Okay, then you can see various marching contingents of different Army, Navy and Air Force units. Then their bands are there. Okay, then you can see the tanks. Behind these tanks there are guns, radar system, missiles, tanks, so many other things are there. Okay, then again you can see these people marching on the road on Rajpath, and it absolutely looks magnificent. It's too good. Okay, then these are the daredevils of Corps of Military Police. You can see so many riders on just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bikes, and there are so many riders. They make so many formations, they make different formations. Okay, and therefore this unit is known as Daredevil. They make different formations, they salute the president, and it is too good. Then as I told you, tableau of different states. टैब्लो मीन्स जिसको हिंदी में झांकी कहते हैं. ओके, सो अलग अलग स्टेट वाले जो है, डिफरेंट स्टेट्स शोकेस द स्पेशलिटी ऑफ देयर स्टेट थ्रू दीज tableau. So many tableau of different states are there, tableau of different government offices are there, and they walk down the Rajpath. So you can see the tableau of, this is tableau of, you can see the name of the state, Delhi. Delhi is a union territory. You can see the tableau of Delhi. Next, you can see the tableau of Kerala. Okay, Kerala is famous for its temples, boat races. So this is the tableau of Kerala. Then you can again, this is again the tableau of Kerala. Then this is the tableau of Sikkim. Buddhist monasteries are there. This is the tableau of Sikkim. Then this is the tableau of, I cannot read the name. This is the tableau of maybe some of the state. And you can see these tableaux are so beautiful, and it takes months to prepare these tableaus. The practice for Republic Day starts from almost November, almost 2-3 months in advance. And in January, when it is so cold, they get up around 2:30 in the morning. They get dressed up and they practice in their full costume. There is no shortcut. They practice in their full costume. And preparing these tableaus, it takes a long time. Then you can see the tableau of Karnataka. This is the tableau of Karnataka, and every state try to showcase the speciality of their own state. For whatever reason the state is famous for, they try to show the same reason. Then after all the marching contingents are gone, all the defense equipments are gone, all the tableaus are gone, in the end comes school children dancing on Rajpath. School children of different schools. So here you can see school children, then from other groups also. These dance groups are there. So you can see these groups. You can see these people dancing on the Rajpath. Okay. So Republic Day, it showcases India's might on Rajpath. And there are some head of the state from another country is the chief guest on this occasion. There are other dignitaries also. President of India takes the salute, as President of India is the Supreme Commander of Indian Defence Force, Army, Navy, Air Force. There are chiefs of Army, Navy and Air Force, but President of India is the Supreme Commander of Defence Forces of India. Therefore, he takes the salute on Republic Day, and then dignitaries from other countries are also there. Those who are posted in India, those who are there in New Delhi, they are also there, and lot of common people also go to witness this magnificent parade. Okay. Then I told you about Gandhi Jayanti. On 2nd October every year we celebrate Gandhi Jayanti because Gandhi ji was born on this day in 1869. His father's name was Karamchand Gandhi and mother's name was Kasturba. So his full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, and he was a pioneer in freedom struggle, and he showed the way. He started the freedom struggle and then lot of people joined him. Okay, and he was born in Porbandar, and he is also known as father of the nation. The title of Mahatma was given to him by Gurudev Pandit Ravindranath Tagore. Okay, so on Gandhi Jayanti, people offer floral tributes to him are offered on his samadhi, that is Rajghat, which is in New Delhi. People go there, they offer floral tributes. Then his favorite bhajans are sung there, and all religion prayer takes place. The priests of all the religions are there. His favorite bhajans are sung there. His preachings are told. And on this occasion, it is Gandhi Jayanti is observed in all government offices, schools, colleges, everywhere. Then various other competitions also take place. And apart from these 3 national festivals, there are 2 more days. Although they don't fall under the category of national festivals, but they are celebrated throughout the country. These 2 days are Teachers' Day and Children's Day. Teachers' Day, as you all know, is celebrated on 5th September. 5th September is the birthday of Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. He was India's president also, and he was a great scholar and educator. People wanted to celebrate his birthday, so he said कि instead of celebrating my birthday, you celebrate this day as Teachers' Day, paying respect to teachers all over the country. So this day is celebrated as Teachers' Day, where students in schools and colleges, they pay respect, they pay tribute to their teachers for their services, as teachers are considered as nation builders. They prepare the future citizens of the country. So Dr. S. Radhakrishnan's birthday is celebrated as Teachers' Day throughout the country. Students in schools and colleges pay respect to their teachers through various cultural programs. Okay? And then Children's Day. Children's Day is celebrated on 14th November, which is the birthday of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of independent India. It was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru who took down the British flag and hoisted the Indian flag for the first time on the midnight of 14th August 1947. Okay, so since he loved children, his birthday 14th November is celebrated as Children's Day. On this day, the teachers prepare program for their students. Teachers prepare cultural program, prepare different races, fun activities for their students. So these are two more days which are not celebrated as national festivals, but they are celebrated by the whole nation. As I told you, that national festivals are the festivals which are celebrated by the whole nation, irrespective of any specific religion or caste. So these are the three national festivals: Indian Independence Day, Republic Day and Gandhi Jayanti. And apart from these three national festivals, there are two more days, that is Teachers' Day and Children's Day, which is celebrated by the whole nation, which is celebrated by all the institutions, all the teaching institutions, even coaching institutes, to pay tribute to the teachers on Teachers' Day and Children's Day, and teachers prepare programs for their students on Children's Day. Thank you, children.